How's it going, guys? Carl here from North Coast Constrictors. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been about almost 2 weeks since the last time I did a video, and that is because we've been moving house and facility. So I wanted to put together a quick video today in the new place. I don't want it to be too long, and I wanted to focus on one particular project. I want to do a series of videos over the next couple of days. I want to do one on Desert Ghost, I want to do one on Clown, I want to do one on Pard, I want to do one on Lavender albino, and then I want to do another video series, a combination of Lavender albino Pards, which are your dreamsicles, Lavender albino Clowns, which are your grail, and your Lavender albino Clown Pard, which is your holy grail. I'm also going to do videos on the exantic Pards, I know a lot of you guys some guys refer to the exantic Pard as the lightning Pard, but the true lightning Pard, you get different lines of exantic. You get VPR, GCR, TSK, Jolliffe, MJ. And now the true lightning Pard, the very first one, which was the exantic MJ combined with Pard, and that is the true lightning Pard. However, here in South Africa, the exantic gene that we work with predominantly is VPR. Now, all of my exantics in my collection are exantic VPR. Now, I have produced exantic Pards this year. Then I have also invested in exantic Pards VPR, but with pastel in them. And my main focus on the exantic Pard project is to add the pastel in exantic keeps the blacks from dulling out. And if you also add other genes into that, like yellow belly, it also brightens it up a little bit. There are a couple of other genes. I'm not going to rattle them off now, otherwise we're going to get off the topic. So what I'm doing is I'm going to choose certain recessive combinations that we are personally working on at North Coast Constrictors. Some of them we've done this last season and we've produced them. Some of them we are going to be working on this season, okay? So what I want to do is I'll start off with, let's call it the dreamsicle project. Now, I had a dreamsicle male, visual male. It belonged to a friend of mine. It was a collaboration. I bred that dreamsicle male to a whole bunch of my females. And out of those hatchlings, we got clutches of Pard, 100% het Lavender albino, and we got Lavender albino, 100% het Pards. And then the females that I paired them up to, my females, they're also 66% Posset Clown. Now those were first year breeders, so we don't know if they have 100% Clown or not. But what we did do is we got a great combination ratio of the Pard 100% het Lavender albino, and then most of the Lavender albino 100% het Pards were all female. So that particular project, when you pair them together, when you take a Pard 100% het Lavender albino and you take a Lavender albino 100% het Pard, you've got a really, really great chance of getting visual Lavender albino Pards, which is a dreamsicle, which is a project that we're working on. We had the male visual, but we only had one. The object is to create more. The object of that now is to move one step further to the triple recessive, which is the holy grail, which is the Lavender albino Clown. So what Lavender albino Clown Pard? The grail project is Lavender albino Clown. So this year I'll be working on Lavender albino Clowns. Okay, so we'll pull out those things. But let's talk about the dreamsicle project, which is Lavender albino Pard. And I'm going to show you some of the hatchlings. Just bear with me for 2 seconds while I go and grab these hatchlings and bring them back. Okay, so what I've got here on my table I've got 3 Lavender albino 100% het Pard females, and I've got 2 pard 100% het lavender albino males. Okay, I've got a stack more in the rack over there, but I pulled these ones out because they're not in shed. These are all 3 females, these are 2 males. I've got another 3 females like this, and I just want to show you, and they're all posset clown. Okay, so let's start off with one of the males. So this is one of the hatchlings that we produced this year. Okay, so this is a pard 100% het lavender albino posset clown, very, very low white. This camera, I wish I had a personal camera crew, but I don't. Anyway, so beautiful male, growing beautifully. The colors are intense on this guy. He's going to be a star breeder. He's a holdback. They're growing crazy. Obviously, it's going to be paired up with one of those females. We actually got 3 males out of this clutch. If I just want to check quickly to make sure. Pard, actually we got 2 males. Okay, so these 2 males, and we've got about 6 females, so they'll have 2 females each, 3 females each. So here's another one that we produced, pard 100% het lavender albino, very, very strong. The hets show a very, very strong influence on the coloration. This is a bit of a higher white pard. Stunning, also posset clown. Okay, now I'll pull out one of the females here. This is a lavender albino 100% het pard posset clown. Okay, absolute stunner, female. Obviously these guys will be breeding ready next year. These boys here, these pards, the males will easily breed next year. The females will breed the year after. Absolutely stunning examples, and these males will be breeding back to these females. Let me pull out another one. She's looking really, really fantastic. I just got to keep my eyes behind my head here because I like to escape. Just, guys, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, that those gold outlines around the blushing, around the sides, stunning females. I've actually got ones that look even better than this, but they're currently in shed. Here is an absolute cracker. This female is next level, absolutely next level. What they all hold backs, and as I say, I've got a whole bunch more of lavender albino 100% het pard females. Got a great ratio to work with in 2025. These males we're going to pick now to see who they're going to go with next year, because they're going to breed with different females next year. Females that I already got in my collection that will be breeding ready, and them already being clown, pard 100% het lavender albino. We'll look around. We'll find something for them to pair up, if it's worthwhile doing it, and the market dictates. But the point of this project here, we also have 2 pard 100% het lavender albino females that came out of that clutch as well. We've also got some triple het recessives, and they've got incredible markers. So we've got blade, het lavender albino, het pard, het clown, and to me they look all 100% hets, because there's another breeder friend of mine that's really experienced. He had a look at some of those ones. Okay, they didn't all come out visual, because the females that we paired a visual lavender albino pard, a dreamsicle male, to het females, and the females were 100% het. The females are now 100% het lavender albino, and the other one's 100% het pard. But before we bred them, the one female was 50% het pard, and the other one was 66% het lavender albino. So what we did, and they're both 66% het clown. So we took the one female, we bred it, we took both females, we bred it to a visual lavender albino clown. One of the females proved out 100% het pod, one of the females proved out 100% het lavender albino. What we haven't done with those two females is bred them to a visual clown male. Okay, so we haven't proved out the clown, a 66% posset clown. So this year, those two females are going to be pairing to my boy up here, which is a clown 100% het pod. Okay, so we'll try and prove out the clown on those. So especially on and we've got the pods already. One of the females is 100% het for pod. So we'll get clown 100% het for pod, or we'll get clown pods if we hit the odds on that. The other one we'll get clown. Yeah, she proved 100% het lavender albino. So she will have 100% het clown. I'm confusing myself here. Okay, I'm going to try and prove out the pod, the clown in her. So everything that if she doesn't prove out, everything will be 100% het clown, and then we will get because he is a 100% het pod. She is still 66% het pod, and she didn't prove out for lavender albino. She didn't prove out for pod. So there is still a chance that she may even still prove out for pod, just because she didn't hit it on the last clutch doesn't mean she won't hit it on the next one. We may very well find that we've got a female that's 100% double het there. Okay, so let me go ahead and put these guys back. That is the dreamsicle project, guys. These are the building blocks for a dreamsicle project, which is a visual lavender albino pod. Okay, so the second project that I want to talk to you about is my Desert Ghost project for 2023. This is my star breeder for 2023. This is my male pastel pinstripe spot nose Desert Ghost 100% het hypo. Okay, and he is going to be pairing with a couple of females this year, and I'll pull out those females for you now. So have a look at that. He's an absolute cracker. He's weighing between 850 and 900 grams now. By the time I get around to middle of May, June, when I start to pair up, he'll be close on the 1,000 gram mark. I like to pair my snakes at a minimum of 850 grams, but I prefer them to be around the 1,100-1,200 gram mark on my males, and that's for a reason, because they go off food and they don't eat and they breed themselves to death, and I don't want to lose any males. He is planned for a couple of females, two of which I'm going to put out now. What we have here, guys, is a pastel bamboo 100% het Desert Ghost female. I was hoping to breed her last year. I was trying to get her up to size. Unfortunately, she didn't make it to size. She didn't make it to weight. I have a very, very strict rule. I will not introduce a male to a female until she's hit 1,500 grams. I will not do it. I know other guys do it, and that's cool. You do you, I do me. And no judgment. Guys have got their own way of breeding. For me personally, the bigger and healthier and stronger and more body fat and conditioning the female has, the better overall it is for your eggs, for your pairings, and for your clutchings, especially because this girl is going to go off food. So I want to, by the time that I pair this girl up, she is going to be close on the 2,000 gram mark. All right, she is growing like a beast. Now I'm going to pull out her sister. Her sister is absolutely identical. Sister's going into the blue right now. Pretty much the same size, maybe a little bit bigger, but you can see she's going into the blue, very, very shy at the moment. There's her head over there. Big, beautiful pastel bamboo, 100% het DG. Also wanted to breed her last year. I actually did manage to lock her up. She locked up, looked like she was building. And then she just stopped feeding, and then she reabsorbed her follicles. So I pulled her from the breeding season, I pulled her from the pairings, and I saved her for this season. I didn't want her to go late, and what I'd rather do is have a nice big healthy snake and pair and save her for another season. So both these females are going to go with that first pastel spot nose pinstripe desert ghost 100% head harpo. So I have another snake to pull out here that is going to go with that same male. If a little bit. This here is also a 100% head desert ghost. This is an ivory 100% head DG, 50% head harpo. He's 100% head harpo, and she's a super yellow belly, which is ivory. If she's up to size, which I think she will be, she's growing absolutely at a phenomenal rate. We've still got another 4 months before we can pair her. She is the third female that's 100% head DG, but super yellow belly, pairing with that male there, and 50% head harpo. I mean, if we hit the harpo, DG, yellow belly, pinstripe spot nose, man, we're gonna have a beautiful snake. So that is the Desert Ghost project for 2023, guys. I'm gonna leave out the 2024 pairings. I've got a couple of females that are still they won't be up to size by the time breeding season comes around, and that's okay. They'll be for the 2024 season. I do have a visual female desert ghost coming in the next couple of probably about a week or two. She's a visual multi-gene desert ghost. It's one of the only recessive visual genes that I don't have in my collection. I've got visual pies, I've got visual clowns, I've got visual lavender albinos, I've got visual harpos. I'm just talking about the most common ones. I've got pretty much all of the, well, not all of them, but the most common visual males. But the only visual recessive that I don't have in my collection, which I have males for, is Desert Ghost. All my Desert Ghost females are 100% heads, okay? So I have invested in a female hatchling. She's not just a straight Desert Ghost, she's got 2 other genes in her, but I'll save that for a video when I do a reveal on her, when I get her from the breeder. So guys, that is what our projects are for this year. I'll do another video in a couple of days time where I'm going to show you what we are doing with the clown project this year. That there was for the Desert Ghost project. That's going to be a very, very big project for me this year. That is my focus this year, is Desert Ghost. The hatchlings that you saw in the beginning of the video, those are 20. I will still be pairing up those females, the ones that paired up and produced those. They laid really, really early in the season. They back up to size, they back up to weight, and I'm breeding them to, as I say, a clown 100% head pod, and we'll see what comes out of that. Okay, we'll see what comes out of that. I may get it doesn't matter. We basically, I'm using that project to prove out the clown, to see if any of those females, they're 66% past head clown. Want to see if we get visual clowns out of that. Then I can mark those types 100% head clown. So guys, that's a wrap from Carl, North Coast Constrictors in Ballito, South Africa. I hope you enjoyed it. That's just a taste of things to come. I have got incredible hatchlings in the hatchling rack behind the camera, saved up for another video. I want to dedicate a whole video to what we've got there. It's part of the clown project, part of the Desert Ghost project, the 100% head Desert Ghost. I've got some absolute crazy snakes here that haven't been produced by anyone in the country or anyone in the world in the last couple of years. I think I was just lucky, or I've been researching everywhere to see if anyone has produced some of these snakes, and they haven't. Doesn't mean they haven't been done. I'm not claiming anything. I'm just saying I've got some really beautiful snakes to show you guys. But what the true beauties of what I've got in my incubator at the moment, which are all busy going through their first shed. So in about a week, I'm going to be putting out some hatchlings now that are going to blow your socks off. Incredible hatchlings. We really did well. We hit the odds. Some of the best snakes we got there were head-to-head pairings. The best ones we got were visual male to 100% het females, but then we smashed it on a double recessive project, which was 100% double exantic pod to 100% double het exantic pod, and we smashed 2 visual exantic pods out of there, and they are epic. They're not low white, high white, they're medium white, but their patterning is out of this world. It's next level. You will see that on the next video. So guys, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button and notification bell, and then you'll be notified on the next video that we drop. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you like what you see, and thanks again to anybody that supported me throughout the year and the last 2 years, especially those guys. I want to give a shout out to the guys that have helped me with my breeding season. I'm not going to go name for name. There's too many of you. You know who you are if you're watching this video. You guys are all legends. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And you know, we are still hatching out hatchlings. Eggs are still hatching. Females are still laying. It's a long season, but we're getting very close. 3-4 months time to start pairing up for the 2023 season, and that's going to be exciting stuff as well. I will be doing videos on a couple of all of these racks here, all of these females here. We've got some they're all breeding ready now and ready to go with males, and so we'll save those for other videos. Guys, it's over and out from me. We'll see you on the next video. May the odds always be in your favor. Cheers.